the records are Odiamo Manchester United this particular season and even last season. I mean, Charlie, it's so disgusting. But if he says that maybe psychologically he's just trying to motivate his players, say, come on, yes, we are out of this thing here, but we have a trophy that we can win to show to our supporters and they say at least we even Arsenal for now confirm Bomudi and I say Liverpool for now confirm Bomuka obi enya trophy but the year Manchester United and na ejegu yeche munukano at least yetumi agi trophy but you shouldn't forget that he's going to meet against Manchester City.
Yeah.
If you are not careful, they will destroy us. But I just hope that maybe, like he's saying, you're able to convince motivate the players. The players will deliver, and then Manchester will take the trophy. But once again, I doubt to say City, Everton or Manchester United entry for also just like that. A birding.
Yeah, a bit, but I mean, manager, dog, like, I mean, so many the platform to speak, say, this very game about so when they be winning, you don't expect him to say, yeah, it did not think, and waiting my come, but
we all attestify that Manchester United current state cannot withstand City. Sometimes I understand him perfectly well because his job has been threatened several times. And always, one thing that I don't like about Eric Ten Hag is like whenever they lose game, he tries to find a problem. He doesn't actually blame himself for what has been transpiring into the team. He either say injuries or he either say, oh, look at the players we are using right now. Or he will get one particular player to actually put the blame on. That's the only thing I don't... Because look at the game you played. A game that you were leading and finally you won it by, was it 3-2? I can't quite remember, but it was like 3-2 or 3-1. And then you came out to speak like this, knowing very well that your defense is not good. You are using a midfielder in the defensive area and the defense, I don't know what kind of but let's see what is going to happen. In a way, he tried to motivate the players.
Yeah. For Tino, Yami Aduma Kosiada. And last round of matches no ebe toja ewo EPL so surprises beti me pima na I think some running crab ya na beti me akire say Arsenal ebeti me afa wo wini na bia City bi akwa draw
maybe Chelsea will go to Europa.
Chelsea does say yeah.
Chelsea is on the 7th position.
Hey, Chelsea team.
Or sixth position. Yeah, now we are on the 6th position. Tottenham.
My question is, how did it take too long for Chelsea to come out with with this kind of results lately? I mean, they should have at least started recording victories upon victories. Why did they wait so long? Say I can't just to end, and then all of a sudden they are just picking up.
Well, sometimes you could say that there are so many factors that you could actually dwell on that. Maybe we could say the players were young, so probably they tried to find cohesion within themselves. And probably you can also say maybe because it was a building stone and a lot of injuries were coming in, we can't say Pochettino actually get his best 11 throughout this season.
Okay.
And even as we speak right now, our Capitano who came on the last two games we played, you see the performance that was put out over there. And the last game, unfortunately, he had injury over there. But then he had red card on that particular game. But then you could see, and one thing that I also see is the players now, I think they have that bound with Pochettino.
Okay.
Because Pochettino's job is also threatened right now. Because after the season that they are going to assess his performance, if it's not okay, they will allow him to go. But if it is okay, so now I think the players have bound. They don't want that to happen again.
Okay.
That is why I only hope that next season or pre-season the players will be fit to actually go with him and we see how he's gonna do.
Okay, I was about to be now. Your Baba share na 70. I mean, what a game! So how long can we keep some of these boys? Because once upon a time, crop of well deserved, I mean, national assets from the youth national teams. But in TV, progress had always been poor. You said this and current under 17. You bet me a kipia. Summer tests, anyways, I didn't really prepare for Africa. And also, no, you bet share a winsome kakra. Gaka so I think kabaya ka abai and support the clubs no kakra. Maybe you do know clubs na yemre. You know, omo di petition, omo di letters akwa mampen for senka abai support na clubs no omo mfenya din kakra se be ya Africa and the league no no at least omo team abo no so no you bet share na ya gye agenchire kakra e de afa so abai e betima yesa adwuma na you bet share na nyame adoma o kina. All road leads to a year Qatar. Na eho na Tyson Fury. A year Alexander Usyk. Yes. Every big fish be a winim. Na Qatar for no say omu host bi bia ya omu fa say a year boxing kwa o. Omu ton safre footballers. Etino Rambo, ewo I mean, all the big fish I will name. We need to go piemu. Ewo a year Saudi Arabia. Na me had watching around 10. And na about no ebebaso. Na the omu say Tyson Fury. Just on the call it short because omu say on na enam no sunti do na ba be hwe bout no ntino game no. Say Oluso win you over 70%. Na Alexander Usyk at 30. Now it's a close no say there will always there will be a rematch. Whoever lose on Sunday no, at least you still have the chance will be a battle for a rematch and also be the chance to fight again. It you know we na me aduma me da in that game no. Fight no about no baso you be dechi on say nyame adoma Monday holiday Germany ntino so wo sleeper menstruate yes na match when na ye kan wasem no simultaneously final day Man City ebo West Ham na question dey buza say so West Ham Kudus obeye party mo kakra na se party o Arsenal Kudus o West Ham tiro because binua ene ye nyina o blaster ene Messi form pa na mo nyina mo hona mo wini 4 p.m. GMT and as a particular game no baso simultaneously and as a game no baso ye be fie na national under 17 da bi oda mamifa we ntwa to ansana mabefie Germans
boys
Frank
say Kudus wa shapate bo say come what me obama na wi ne leg ne nyame aduma Sunday
sir
eno na o train o bebia wa se no bo eno na o train o bebia eno de wa guarantee interview say Pato will win the league on Sunday. So they are going there to beat Man City. And you know, almost near some way and it's almost special. That's all.
Hey, now, sir, the feathers to carry West Ham against that team. Franco said you can fight at any particular place, but we are like a cutter. You don't go around, playing around lions. Think and say you are confident.
I think West Ham situation, no, it wasn't just about losing form or something like that. It was about, I think the players and the coach, there was something that, or maybe the board and the coach, there was something going on that we can't really figure out. Because you look at their performance against Bayer Leverkusen, the second leg of the Europa League, it was absolutely massive. Like I've never seen, they took the game to like Leverkusen. But you know, like Senior always said, Frank always said, sometimes there are some particular days you can try and it's never your day.
Okay.
But then after that match, you could see they've been losing games. they've been losing games like something. And then I now understand the coach will not even be part of the team next season.
Which of the coaches?
David Moyes.
Yeah, okay.
West Ham.
All right, yeah.
So he won't be part of the team now. So I think maybe they could probably want to do something at the last day for the coach. So let's watch out for that match.
All right. So Dr. Wengi now. Let's watch. Say Pataka Sadia. Maybe imagine say Kamen game no ba say Kudu Zakasa. Because maybe Arsenal.
Arsenal too. Well, let's see, because I don't really trust Arsenal like that. But then for their past few games, you could see for almost like 8 games or so, they have received fewest goal in the Premier League. And
okay, so for the man shaft, your squad na babontin. So me say the squad na babontin. Germany squad na babontin. This year, you co host and win. Germany ye co-host and win. Yes. A man for said team no atitia pansam, but hey, say when it comes to the man shaft I actually ye Tirusiano squad number 1 27-man squad. Say the city tour no HS goalkeepers. Tour Mo ba Germany no Munsa Shinshia Kasanika Kankakra. Yes. Tour to Oliver Bowman Manuel Neuer. And ya projected our honor. Yes, Alexander Nube. Mark Andre Stegen, Haumu, and it 4 goalkeepers up. A year against man, a team to side from now defenders no so no. Verdeman Anton, yes, Verdeman Uba Germania, Drobuno, you pronounce it V, yes, and intina Bremen, Wonder Bremen, young can wonder, I can Verder Bremen. Germany to know more mobile and Naja, me mama quabano. Yes, to whom be a starting via a Venus, just silence, ignore. Why the Vedaman Anto, Benjamin Harwich, yes, Joshua Kimmich, Robin Koch, Maximiliana Mr. Stat, David Ram, Antonio Rudiger, Nuko Slotterbeck, and Jonathan Ta, Omo. And defenders no more midfield no midfielders no yes midfield Robert Andrich Sabranti or your Bola yes Chris Furich Pascal Gross Iken Gonowan Tony Cross Jamel Muziela Alexander Pavlovich Diti Epimona Lawrence Sane Florent Vets Abranti we say or top form on the crowd by a Liverpool team no Florent Vets the etimi epiemu ewo na Gareska di empiemu na a bit shocking. I mean a lot of tablet complaining, but I think lately so share for Besia a year against my boy against friendly game of boy against a year France a ball against Holland. I don't think Gareska the influence this time around, and now you call attackers this one. Maximilian Bia and Nicolas Foucault, Kai Havertz, Thomas Muller, Denis Undaf, Intino and his squad. Jamia Duma, Germany, Ebe partner. No go interest here.
Yeah, well, you look at this squad, probably you could see German. They have the capability. They have the players who can be able to stand out this tournament.
Yeah.
But one thing that I would have wished to see, Pascal Gross.
Okay.
I would have wanted to see him play so much games in this tournament.
What followed on?
Yeah, he's in Brighton. You look at the goals he's scoring, like outstanding goals. A midfielder like that. But then the popularity always stands, because I don't see how they will bench Gundogan and Toni Kroos and even Mola to actually allow. But if they allow this guy to actually stay their first part of the midfield, I think German could have go far in this tournament. But sometimes let's see what was going to happen. But I actually like him to get a playing time in this tournament.
I was avoid your national under 17 team no. Yes. Wafa Zombie Emrantiano so share Johnny with you from Frank and the minya video no minim se sa video no ha Emrantiano bomb bono enya asam ketua na nyame adoma Yebusa say national under 17 players no. Media me feel say we must say more matches be there, but the me who so far no me feel say a team see group mu ya e betimi akoye Frank once upon a time ya o jemo no we say ya jawo but Frank o share under 70 team against Cote d'Ivoire say na o assess boys na o feel say a promising team in the future.
Bobich, see, my first game I share here was Omocom, and I saw mobile 4-nation tournament in Russia. No.
Okay.
Now, opening game, Russia is almost 3-0 in the first half. Second half, no mobile, no. And the coach in the year changes. Now, me say, ball and boy, no. It's just unfortunate, say, they lost that game because now acquire almost first international stage into it took them by surprise. To multitude money not to say go for that 3. And the second half, no, Bola and the 17 way boy and one. Chale obi ohwe game no bia no with onye surprise say omoye la Cote d'Ivoire see. Look, your second game and the minya time na me hwe game na nkasa. I want to say no, like Kingston. One, he's building a monster of a team. Two, tactically, he's there. And I say we should watch out for him. Ball of boy in the last 2 matches, you know. And said no, child, Papa no or build the team. La Côte d'Ivoire, also yaka countries almost so our talents. La Côte d'Ivoire ekahubi.
Yes.
And for you to outplay them, beat them with that margin, it tells you that. And look, I say you wasn't satisfied with the performance of the boys, you know, even though they won massively. But how are not in comparison team no bono? Total play, total dominance, you know. We need that feel. So Ghanaians should watch out for them in their second and then subsequent games, you know, because that is what Professor Nestala, Professor Bodema Ghana. And don't forget, say he's a product of the youth system in Ghana.
Yes.
And you know, only where we were some years back. And as you see, I know, under 17, because those times it's the only national team under 17 and 20. Only the national team now you to be sipe 1 a.m. near show.
Yeah.
So what you say, but and then it's not like that. And looking at how our building the team on there, I believe say we have a good future. I only pray say right after this tournament, you know, agency entities see players in the now amount to control because club owners and also so no kakrebi bape omaji na omama players no ko but say you keep players we not you qualify for AFCON. Trust me, say like Kingston in some few years to come, he's going to take Africa by storm and even the world by storm. Looking at how he has started, even though okay, so it's early days yet, but your friend is saying Zabi Alonso, for Bayer Leverkusen. Now they were, I think, last to the bottom, last but one or so.
Yeah. But
the moment you start here, you win the handwriting, you know, and we keep it that consistency, you know, to date, and there were 50 good matches unbeaten, and that is what I see from Lai Kingston. To me, we should support him and pray, say, like I said, agency and 7 and 13 in the team. But if you are going to keep this team and even add more prospect to the team, trust me, say, with the kind of total football now, like Kingston Airborne. You see, in the modern game, you know, it's all about total football, pressing, dominating, scoring goals, and that is exactly what like Kingston is boys, you know, Omo, you know. I'm looking forward for our next game and it's going to be very good. It's going to be very, very exciting, and Ghanaians should watch out for them.
Doctor, sir, do you think, sir, in the past, I mean, some of these youth national teams, but we were not able to keep them. The Frank Ekai, I mean, agency, Remu, whom you know, Bebem. But this is a team, I mean, names a Biaosho Kakra, the Abame Shekakra. This is a team, I mean, before so many very promising. How can we keep some of these boys? I make sure, say, Yema, sa agency, we say in room, because Madame before so, sa team will, you may trust me, they are, we have a promising team. I mean, for the future Black Stars.
Well, with keeping the players, sometimes there's little you can do, because when it comes to where are you going to keep them? First of all, that's the question you must ask, because in Ghana, the president or the government doesn't pay players who are playing for the national team like monthly basis. Yeah. No, you only pay them based on allowances and their call-up. So, first of all, you need to ask them, where do you keep them? That's one question. Because as they are there, they need to be getting good football to play. They need to be maturing into the game. Because these guys, as you see, they are not just any street people that they call. You know, initially, first, it were dwelling on our coast teams and all that. But now we have academies that are existing in Ghana, and majority of these boys are from the academy, and that's why age factors are not even, you cannot even find age factors in this kind of boys, because they have been in the academy right from young age up to date. And majority of them, to one thing you should also understand, is our Premier League should have been the home of this kind of players. But then if you keep them there, at the end of the day, their game or their football mentality is going to spoil, because that standard of our league is not up to that. And also sometimes most of the players as they are going, the parents are involved, their team are involved, and also their managers are involved. So there's little that government can do with these guys. But the only thing I could actually say is, if they are going out, we need to actually monitor them, monitor where they are going. And I think their coach within the national should be involved in their transfers. These are some of the things we should be able to do in order to keep these kind of players, transform them into the under 18, under 23, and into the national team. But we don't have a structure as a whole nation. We don't have structure, and always we'll have this kind of problem. Naturally, not everyone can be able to transfer from under 17 to under 18. By all means, some players will fall. But then we need to actually find a way to, because we've been misusing our talent so much and so many years from now. But these boys, look, they study football. They know what they are doing, and the coach himself, like Kinson is not what he has done for Ghana. He has the heart for Ghana. These are some of the players you could talk of. 2006 qualification to World Cup. Look at what they did. Most of them were the sacrifices they made. They still have that heart, but then the system cannot allow them to do what they want to do. You could remember most of those players, like Mike Lassian, refuses to come because he always think Ghana, we think we know. But what we know is just a tip of an iceberg. So we need to give them the opportunity, create that structure that will actually help not only the players, but also ex-footballers and ex-Black Stars players who wants to help the nation football to grow.
Frank, age, should we be concerned about age? Because it was for a national 70 current team in the project to Facebook. I'm not for before say it looks as if I say, "Yet do not be just 70." We share a typical African manner. Frank, age and your concern,
the good thing is ever since we introduced MRI, now the boys, they've passed through that stage. eti players a ye use omu sisi ano the approved and testified your friend say players are CAF agye atum say per omo standard no bibia okay they fall within the age limits now omo pay for the competition no.
Okay.
So for now there we can say we are safe. Unlike those times, you know, they will wait, you play the qualifiers, and then when you are about to go for the tournament, now you're testing, you know, at the end of the day, now players are already qualifying now akwachi omo now so forming new team. But this time around, you be beer and even competition, you know, any player beer now later they have to test him or he has to pass through the MRI before he can be added into the team. So that is the positive thing about the current and the 17 team. And Osha boys, you know, the kind of confidence of Modebo say, yeah, MRI. Probably, to be honest, there are some of us. Okay, you share one year maybe or may fail MRI because who they share first goal no, share second goal no, share fifth goal no, and look at the maturity in which these boys are playing with. It is a MRI in ya go back say I dey way there one share bet you but hey, thank God say we and we have the best of teams so far. And I pray say the momentum no ebe to so recently under 20 remember money na omoje African Games it is under 17 so ekwaje and so omoso je wafu zombie na omunya qualification to under 17 AFCON and after that omukonya qualification to under 17 World Cup then it tells you that you're building a youth system because we share the performance of under 20 teamer omo boy omo deji wafuna na it was superb. So when you under 17 na omo so performance no e was so like Baku was saying na see to me monitor omo progress even if they travel outside near to me monitor omo progress na say we ya no omo be transition na then I think that say you penny for no omujai the selfishness in it aboni be na in the next 3 or 4 years to come no we should be back to track from where Kets and then go for I started building from the scratch the juvenile level no.
Okay.
Yes, I believe sir we are on course and I pray sir this team they will get the qualification to Africa, and then after Africa, no Omania qualification to the World Cup. The last time I called World Cup was way back 2017. Kudus Mohammed, Dalad Ibrahim, Mone, Gabriel Lavemo, Obonomo Koye. But we share our squad now, with the exception of Dalad or Black Stars Kakra. The next person, why consistent or Black Stars, Kudus Mohammed. The rest of them, no, they are nowhere to be found. So let's see how we monitor their progress, and then at the end of the day, you know, they will do something for Ghana because you see, I know you're focusing on the bogus too much. Bogus in terms of omo ya womo ewa broche omo ankese omo pemukano omo person bobo Ghana. We have to go and plead with them and those kind of things. But say you nyele from the scratch. Na yetiti omo say. Na say even omunya opportunity na so mutu kwaya the blood Ghana blood no ewo mumu until the moment omasa a pick form ewo move teams on mekono then it means that a positive edema Black Stars even before the Black Stars you know under 23 and then the Black Stars. So for me I think that it's a positive course and let's support it, and at the end of the day the year you can say it here without fear or favor. We are the papa, Yebeka, and Koye Susa. We will let you know, say, no, and Koye. But for me, I think that for now, the FA got it right by giving the team to Lai Kingston, and he's also proving Bobich, this is why I sometimes wrong. Yeah, now ex-players, me know more our problem say, and yeah, by this time see a lead GFA, yeah, so moment say, like Kingston, on me say, this is what I want to do. And to write from or return from the football after that World Cup disappointment, I'm not psyching the mind, they say, obey your coach. And what building the capacity, and we make the opportunity. And such a person say your money team now, and you can't complain. And for now, he has started very well. He's doing very well. So why wouldn't you support him? But I want to hear say okay, be an ex-Black Stars player and he young for Mamia. It doesn't work like that. Who does to lie against him?
Oh, like Kingston, I think say I think say Doc, this should serve as it should encourage. I mean, some of these ex-players to also sort of go down to, I mean, to engage themselves into the game and then become coaches. But I looked at him and said, yeah, only few of them, and I mean, I think that Michael Essien but I think that they like should motivate ex-players, someone should be ready to coach him. Now, it shouldn't always be expatriate coaches. Now, we should go for our own. Don't you think that a good idea of team in the future as far as our national teams are concerned?
Of course. That you see, one thing that you should understand is playing as a national footballer or playing in the national team. It's not all about showing your talent. It's not all about showing what you can do. The patriotism is everything. In 2006 World Cup qualification, it wasn't the talent that it was the patriotism. Because it came to a point some players has to sacrifice for us to qualify. And even 2010 World Cup year, it was the same thing. So sometimes, why are they? You see, that's one thing. Most of the players, they don't look at what the previous players were doing. Like right now, we still call Dede Ayew. Why are we calling him? Because when you look at the whole national team, he always play with all his heart. Look at Partey, look at it's only the next that I could say is Kudus. These are some of the things, and you look at like Kingston, right from the time he was playing up till date, most of the ex-players, they want to help, they want to come back, but then our system doesn't allow them.
Okay.
It's the system that we have, and most of them are afraid when they come in the next moment they are going to reject them, and then when they reject them, where are they going to be? So it's everything dwell on our structure, and that's what I keep on saying. Before anything can go well in Ghana, unless we go and amend our 1992 constitution. If we amend it, I think everything will go well in Ghana.
Last week, you place much emphasis on this constitution. So we should, I mean,
because you look at the constitution, everything about the constitution favors the one in power. Even at just look at it, they can do whatever they do to escape. They can do whatever they do, and no one will ask them. Even if you ask them, at the end of the day, you have a limit of asking them. So so if we don't change those things, how can we move forward? We cannot.
So far, Radio TopAfric. You go so idea. I could use some. Bramnasha 17. I mean, what for zombie almost 30 years. Like I said before, some of the issues we have what that Tiafi na issue bro so ye remu. Gaka so so for senka be yanka aban and support ye local teams no. Especially in Africa, because we share lately your Africa and Koye Lake Richard and Koye. Frank, minim Gaka, omo petition musra abai. Yen na yam fwaso na abai and support your local clubs. I mean, because lately, and no man said that in Koye Lake Richard form. Is it time I say abai bemu Frank? Frank or mute you, yeah.
Hello, Bobby, just a
minute. Frank.
Yeah, is it Bobich? I've heard this argument so many times. Say, I'm buying and supporting, I'm buying supporting. But Bobich, you see, it doesn't work like that. You see, MPP's history. So we say about support here. Fine, maybe MPP might decide, so okay, we are giving you money. The next government in power no will decide, say, I'm not going to give you anything. And yeah, all these people who make this argument, they are refusing to know and understand, and they say the various countries in the example no. Woko obo eshishemu and when we say it doesn't matter the government in power. There's this portion of money you have to give it to the clubs or clubs or Moko Africa. And you know, at the harder that, and it didn't start from today. Even those are almost so SRT and nano, or my yes, our policy no idea to ho. So, a year dear after a more league season, and I say league Obiko General Radio say I should support. The government you know and say a because a part of Omo constitution and I say whatever it is. But here they no. There's nothing like proposal. I say call Parliament. Parliament should debate on it, ask all the relevant questions, pass it. Na emeye mra ento was say no matter the government in power seems that on my qualifier for Africa no ebia you want $2 million you de more and that's a 4 million and that's a 5 million and that's a 10 million but you don't make any effort what team qualify for Africa and the government should come on board the Ghana for and the it doesn't work like that. And that is what I'm expecting to catch or Kraku and then the force say they will fight for. Not say on my Black Star say Boboa. Now on my budget kasiye no makwa chedi. After that Omoba, that is the end of the road. Now Mobit, it's not interesting say since I started say Yako World Cup. The Sika in your World Cup at the end of the year. We cannot boast of anything to date. At the same time, management members they take $100,000, but clubs every need and I say your ball league will say your champion or give you close to $35,000. Doesn't make sense. It is $100,000 na we hu yansa wo dia ye budget akoma aban wa convince abama buy gia to no. Why don't you do the same thing and convince the government say it should help the clubs and yes and no MPP to no okay more connection with MPP and nana mama ye bibi kakra na fi so a ni obabada so we need new connection na ye na dey we'll be talking about this thing. It's about time they have to get a good proposal, convince the government, Parliament will approve. Na emeye idea because President J. Kufuor time was giving the clubs our Moko Africa money, but share na mu say we say no. After that, omo their clubs no, omo person more fulfill omo part of the contract no. Then they stop. So and for me, I think say government and it's a government clubs now and you're bad. But if you want the government to help, so we'll pass it through the proper channel before the government will come in. And at the end of the day, no, and no, because it's your football is here, Bobich. We have so many big companies. Argentina, Omunka say, okay, let's try and also convince the clubs, the corporate bodies. Now, Omo, I'm a sponsor your league, you know. But I be a buy. Why don't you make yourself attractive for these companies to come on board. Company beyond the whole associated GFA, and I see a leg now. Acha 1 year, they will pull you out. At the end here, it means you also don't do your things right. So you know here, you will get the financial support. So why don't you do your things well? Now we need support from all these corporate bodies. But what do we need to buy so? At the end of the day, Abane say okay, we need beer, and then obey because our other things to take care of. So and for me, we should go through the proper channel. And if say your cost our proper channel, no, now you bring your support for your league now. I mean, and say your football now, you're bad.
I wish for a radio Top Africa. So, Doc, is it okay most of the African countries now? I mean, I buy a supporting a boy. But I say all the time, the Ghana, the enemy come up and I say a cause for consent. I'm for force identity. Consent.
No, which African countries?
Oh,
what kind of help?
So Egyptian League, they said, I think so the government is really involved.
The government is doing what?
Oh, so
sometimes we need to, you see, when you are saying something, you need to go details and you need to ask more. Who are owners of Egyptian clubs? Are they private or government have shares on them? What's the FA of, because the government cannot just come and be giving clubs money. What's the FA doing that Ghana FA is not doing? Government cannot just come, you are going Africa, take money. Is he investing? What is he investing into? At the end of the day, Ukoji Trophy, how much is government going to get out of it?
Oh, say the club, a government property.
Club is not government. Which club in Ghana is government property?
No, but as much as they say, as a citizen, if you're a Ghanaian, you are sort of a property to the government.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
The same thing. Anything within Ghana.
Now, the way you are saying, you are just thinking like those people, those who are just thinking like layman understanding. Come on, Bobby.
But come on.
You are okay. You are a citizen. That is it.
Yeah.
So you must be taken care of. Is that not it? So how about the owner who is making money out of the club? So he should just get the money, spend them. Oh, sorry. He should just get the money, spend the money the way he wants, and then at the end of the day, government should give them money to go to Africa. I don't think it works that way. I don't think it works that way. One thing that I need to understand is after 2008, before 2008, let me ask you, how many stadiums were we having? We had two. The standard one was just two. Kumasi. A Sipon Stadium, yeah, that was how they were called it, and then Sports Stadium. That was the two standard stadium Ghana we had before CAN 2008.
Before CAN Accra Sports Stadium.
Yeah, Ohinijan Sports Stadium, and then Kumasi Sports Stadium. Okay. That was the two standard stadium we had. But during that period, government was able to add two. Yeah, renovate the two. He didn't even just leave the two. They renovated the two. Have you gone to look at them, the new ones, and also those ones he has renovated? Who are using it? What's the state of the stadium? So we should always sit back. Government should use taxpayers' money, invest into the football. Then at the end of the day, the infrastructure is not looking after. Then on top of it, or when you qualify for Africa, government should use taxpayers' money to give you to go to Africa.
We are not saying that government should sponsor the clubs. What I'm saying is that the clubs, they need assistance.
That's what I'm asking. If they need assistance, see, I always say this kind of things. Yeah. Which assistance do you need?
Oh, for instance, be Algeria. I mean, FA ticket, be a government come out with a package like beer. Beer, say just to sort of cut down the cost.
So now, where is the money going to come from?
Oh, are you trying to tell me say Ghana is Kenny?
Even right now, you could remember a couple of months back.
That one I forget.
No, I'm building a which money? Right, few months back, government was finding it very difficult to even pay workers. You didn't hear that, yeah?
But
ask politicians; they will tell you, or ask those who want to.
Look, this is facts. This is a fact. Ghana, there's no way anybody would tell me say Ghana is a poor country. Look, the money is there. Just that. Look, the money is there. Forget. If I don't want to go into details, but look, when the need arise, there's always resource somewhere.
Bobich, what I'm trying to say is, government cannot be just giving money all out. Just he wants to give out money because you are going to Africa. You need to also be able to invite investors to your club. You need to be, look, Ghana 2006, there's one thing I always say when it comes to this kind of investment. You know Ash Gold, the company and not the team.
Yeah.
You know 2006, they were sponsoring Ghana.
Okay.
Are you aware of that?
Sure.
What happened then? They started sponsoring Ghana, Black Stars.
Yeah, because I mean the brand was there.
Because as at then, the kind of teams and the quality of play and they look at the program, because you cannot just bring money. Always when they need money, you bring the money. You have to show something first. Because they see that Ghana could be able to qualify for World Cup. And the determination, the kind of players we're having, probably they come on board.
That
and
package,
then,
you know, sir, Ashanti Gold sponsorship and all. It was then J. Kufuor, the president himself, and they seeking that sponsorship for the national team.
It was the sports minister.
Look, I mean, go down.
It was the sports minister.
It was then government J. Kufuor, and almost seeking sponsorship. They sought that sponsorship for the senior national team.
I'm going to narrate it down to you, like how they got that sponsorship. You see, one thing that you should understand is Ghana is like we have the gold is there. They have demanded. I'm taking you into politics. It's not my work.
I know.
But so we have the gold. During those days, they will always get the gold, export it to South Africa to what do you call it? Refine them and then now sell it and get the money. Yeah. So now that Ash Gold, the gold company was sponsoring the South African national team. So where you get majority of the gold, because you don't refine it, there's nothing they were sponsoring in Ghana. That was then the sports minister came up with this initiative. Go to them, explain everything. So if you are getting the gold here, why can't you sponsor the national team?
So at least the minister played a role.
I'm coming.
Yeah.
You see, it doesn't stop there. It doesn't stop there. When he approached them, because when you are going to a club, every club have what do you call it? Team that actually take care of those kind of going out to seek sponsorship for the club. They have it. They pay those people. What is their work? You need to go out, sell yourself before they will come in. And when they are also coming in, they don't just come in like that. They need to validate your performance.
Okay.
After Ash Gold did that, they put that thing on newspaper front. And then now companies were coming out. So if I sponsor, will you give me a front page? And the minister was saying, oh, even now the Ash Gold give us this, we put them in front of newspaper. When you do it, we will even give you front and back. And those days, I can't remember most of the company. They will do it, and then he will put them the picture in the front, and then put their story behind the newspaper. It's all strategy. If you don't strategize, you will not get that sponsorship. Look at our league. Beginning of this season, which company was sponsoring our league? Was it not Bet PAWA? Why do they withdraw? Because they don't see value of what they are investing in. There's no value. So why will you invest? If government is coming to give you money for that matter, he needs to see the value of what he's spending on. Okay, I'm a Ghanaian, so does it mean that if I have a company that is selling Ghana out, so if I'm lacking money, the president should come and just dash me money to keep on spreading Ghana name outside? It doesn't work that way.
Let me explain this. Yeah. Say summer test next season. Likely say they'll go to Africa because they are on top of the league. Likely some go Africa. The question is, say summer test, any enough fun, so many teams go Africa. Where are they going to say government? Emblem say government bem, not a summer test. It will call a bit fair that say their dreams go anymore now. Anytime your dreams be born match biano. I mean, say the opposing team no ebeba, supporters no ebeba. Omuba omeda hotels, sa hotels ne mo musika. Ometo to adie indirect tax any de keka ono. When bottom does it go into the pocket of the clubs and I say it go into the coffers of the nation? Ni nyina no nation no enya some benefit in getigiti bi efri mu. But just say enya so big, enya so explosive say obi abehu. But you pay indirect tax. So but indirect tax in but you don't see them.
I think I just explained your point, but you don't seem to get what I'm saying. I'm saying that
so I don't see anything wrong with the government assisting the clubs.
Assisting the club on what extent?
Irrespective of whether they've branded themselves or not, say obi attractive or not. I think say a dream be a say obi
aside from what's the dreams that went like up to this stage. When was the last time you see Ghana Football Club going up to that stage?
But there's always the first time.
That's what I'm saying. This is just the time that like it's been so long. So even if you qualify it, you want to go. Government was after all, you are going group stages now. You are going.
When you say government, dreams.
One thing that I actually wanted to hear from this is the FA should be able to draw a structure to help clubs that are going to Africa, not government. Not government. That's why the FA is there. It's not everything that should go to government. That's why look, at the end of the day, look at the monies that are going in. Government cannot go and question FA officials. What are you spending the money on? They will say, oh, government is interfering in sports. Look, the World Cup now, all of the World 2006, 2010, when they came back, have you ever heard any FA official or any financial talking about the monies that they got, how they spend it? The same thing if government give them the money, they come back, they will say, oh, if he's trying to like find out what happens to those monies they are investing in, government is interfering in sports. These are individual companies. These are owned by individual, like they are football clubs owned by individuals. I think they have the capacity to sell themselves. They have the capacity to bring in investors. If it is the league, we've been complaining about the FA. The FA is not doing quite very well to attract investors. But these are individual clubs. Come on, how much are they right now? How much are they even paying players? How much are they paying them?
That
is all this thing is included. So when you are going in for a package, you should be able to at least start something.
Sometimes you don't necessarily have to sell yourself out to attract people to help you.
Believe me,
especially when you are down. Look, when you are down to
when I said sell yourself, it doesn't mean you go to talk about what you are suffering from. No, I'm talking about they have people. Look, every club have that board that oversees like marketing the club. It's part of marketing. You go to a company. When you are going to a company, you go with your plans, proposals. Then they will also look at it if it's favorable to them. You can't just go and I'm Haas, I'm Kotoko, or I am RTU. I need sponsorship, and they just sponsor you.
What I mean is that corporate entities, will not just come on board to help you, but with the government, out with the government, no. Obey me, the government can start something, push something to push you to sort of get that sort of brand to sell yourself out. Support them, let them go. Like Sibia, your father comes out and say, Bako, I mean, you graduated from the medical school, you don't have any hospital. I mean, you don't have, maybe you are still struggling to secure your dreams to get a job. Okay, let me give you this incentives. Start something and then build upon it. Mm-hmm. He has given you the foundation, so you have to build upon it. This is the anger I'm coming from. So the government, was a team to know our form, and you know he should give them something to build themselves up.
You see that's
for this. Look, I don't even see anything so offensive. Say government coming on board to assist clubs
the
in
only
Africa.
thing, listen, like,
and even to assist the.
I think I make that point. Just that maybe you are thinking of it in different angle. Look, one thing that you should understand is it's not that government is not ready to help anyone. You see, when you are helping, your father is giving you money, like the scenario that you are saying. Your father, when he's giving you that money, he has to see that you are not someone who will go out and use the money and chop kebabs. You need to prove your father. You need to prove him that the money he's giving you, or he knows that the money he's giving you, the money is not going in vain, or you are not going to squander it in any way. You are going to utilize that money. But he cannot just come, because you are my son, you don't have anything to take this money and go, knowing very well that if he give you the money, you are taking a girl out. Nah.
Your time.
Maybe it's a topic for another day.
Maybe, yeah, it's a topic for another day. I think say another time. You bet you pray na yetimi ashim na bibia etimi akoye. Johnny said, Johnny Betty, I have a boy, minion, and mention and tea. It was a four. You never see, I say, Frank Jam, a boy. Sasuna, Doc, and they were making me day. Doc, thanks very much for showing up. And Doc, Timmy Ababeka, yes, sir. Yes, sorry, so I made my Monday a holiday. I made my on Sunday, so no, you know, Kwakucha, Lady Rita. The big program at Airbus in the launching Airbus no yebeko na yakwako supporting no Frank, thanks very much for your time. We be ojibre send data aruchidi on the time very very important. We be on your time biano beka sere nyame enshamo. May the peaceful God be with all of us. Nyame aduma da sene yeda so tinkoma. We shall be right here, same studio. Na yedi all the latest around the world of sports area Bremo. Midi Eddie Bobich. Yes, so ya cramo. May the peaceful God be with all of us. Peace. Shalom.